Yes, I know that the S24fe is yet to come, but if anyone wanted to buy the S23fe, should they wait for the S24fe? Or what will you get better if you wait for the S24fe? Or the S23fe is still a better buy, be it now or in the Flipkart BBD sales? So today's video is all about this. So S24fe or the S23fe? Starting right off with the launch date of the S24fe, so we still don't have a correct date about this, but the S23 was launched last year right around the Flipkart BBD sales, but also the S21fe or the S20fe were launched around January or March, but still you could expect the S24fe to be launching around September or around October this year. Now the S23fe followed the same design language as the S23, which is a bit more curvy sides, whereas the S24fe follows the same design as the S24, which is a bit more squarish type of side. Both of them has an aluminium frame and glass back, where the S23fe used the Gorilla Glass 5 as the glass protection, and the S24fe might be using the Gorilla Glass Victus or Victus 2 or Victus Plus protection. And either ways it will be a better protection as compared to the S23fe's Gorilla Glass 5. The camera layout, all the positioning of the buttons and ports are basically the same, with an IP16 water and dust protection on both, NFC support, stereo speakers, all necessary 4G and 5G bands, and also the S24fe might use a newer Exynos modem for a better network stability, but the S23fe never had such major network issues. These are the S23fe's color options, and these are the S24fe's possible color options. Which do you like better? Let me know in the comments. And there's also going to be changes in the display. The S23fe used a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus dynamic 2x AMOLED display with up to 120Hz refresh rate and no LTPO though, protected by Gorilla Glass 5, and with up to 1450 nits of peak brightness. Where the S24fe is supposed to use a bigger 6.5-inch or a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus dynamic AMOLED 2x display, and maybe an LTPO display this time, protected by Gorilla Glass Victus Plus most probably, along with up to 1900 nits of peak brightness. And also the bezels on the S23fe was a bit too thick, but might just shrink on the S24fe, but again I don't think it will be as thin as some other phones in the same list, in the same price list currently, but yes, it will be a better display as compared to the S23fe at least. Now the S23fe was launched with two variants, that is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 in the US and Exynos 2200 for basically the rest of the world. And even though there weren't much of a difference between the two, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 was still a better processor as compared to the Exynos 2200 in terms of better heat management and better battery life between the two. Now the S24fe might launch with the Exynos 2400 at least here in India, and it might be an underclocked one, so yeah, it wouldn't perform to its full potential like in the S24 or the S24 Plus, but still the performance would be comparable to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or even a little better, and obviously better than the Exynos 2200 on the S23fe. Both of the devices might just have a 128GB or 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage with 8GB of RAM. Now I don't think so that there will be any major hardware changes in the camera. Both of them will have a 50MP main camera with OIS, a 12MP ultra wide angle camera, and a 8MP 3x telephoto lens with OIS. But still I think the S24fe will give better results due to the better processor. So yeah, you could expect some camera improvements software wise at least. Both of them can shoot up to 8K 24fps on the S23fe and up to 30fps on the S24fe and up to 4K 60fps on the front and in the rear cameras. So camera wise, yes, the S24fe might be a better one, but not by a huge margin. But again, the S23fe was already an excellent camera phone, and the S24fe might just be a little better than that. The S23 came with Android 13 last year and was promised up to 4 major Android updates and up to 5 SO security updates. And currently it is running on the Android 14, and also the Galaxy AI features is also included now on this device. The S24fe might just launch with Android 14 and maybe not with the Android 15. I'm not so sure it will get the 7 years update promise, but at least we can expect 4 major Android updates on this one with up to 5 years of security updates and also the Galaxy AI features. But again, it is only free till 2025 for all supported Samsung devices. After that, it will be a paid subscription based thing. But again, software wise, the S23fe was already good, and so the S24fe will just be better if any. The battery size won't be changing by much. It was 4500 mAh battery on the S23fe and an expected 4565 mAh battery on the S24fe, with both having up to 25 watts of wired charging, 15 watts wireless, and up to 5 watts reverse wireless charging. And again, no charger in the box for both of the devices. The battery life might be a little better than the S23fe on the S24fe, but I think there wouldn't be any huge difference. So basically between the two phones there will be two major differences, one being the display and second being the processor, and this will be basically the same. So should you wait for the S24fe then? Well, if you can wait for more 3-4 months after the S24fe launches, and if you can find it around 40,000 rupees only, then you could think about buying this one. As like most FEC, this phone it will be launched at a way higher price that is expected to be around 55,000 rupees, and then quickly the price will start dropping like after 3 or 4 months of its release. Like the S23fe was launched at a much higher price, and after like 4 months it was available around 36,000 rupees, and now after almost a year you could get this easily around 34,000 rupees. So if you were thinking of buying a new device, especially the S23fe, then go buy that, be it now on any sales or on Flipkart BBD sales. Don't think about buying the S24fe right when it launches, even if it's around the BBD sales with some introductory offers. Just avoid that now, maybe 3-4 months after the release of the S24fe. So this was the S23fe versus S24fe and whether you should buy it, and I guess I have helped you a little bit. Let me also know about your thoughts, and these are other good videos. This was Rideep, and till the next one, see you guys.